we go.
So Brooklyn will get the first possession. To the paint. Outside for Jordan. Takes the three. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Fox, no good. Here's Lawson. And uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And here's Wilkins from the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Johnson surveying the floor. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now James, following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan. Pass to Iguodaro. James outside. And stolen by Love. Fox with it. He's picked up by James. Good work there as it goes.
Pretty slick by Fox right there, giving it away to the guy who is ready to attack.
Listen, you talk about the fastest players in the league. De'Aaron Fox is in the running. And I say that literally.
Kevin, he is at his best when he is attacking the lane. He's a leader that is a tremendous finisher, and his floater arguably might be the best in the game.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Wilkins. Off target with the jump hook. Here's Oden. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Now here's Giannis. Jackson from long range. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Down low. Duncan with the bucket.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Home team foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's his first trip to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
First one falls for.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And good that time.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Oh, wow! That is powerful.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Oden. Another shot. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. From deep, Jordan. Doesn't go either for Jordan.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3 pointers. Not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
From deep, Jordan. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. They're up by 11.
The visiting
And we'll be
team.
back shortly for the start of the second quarter. So far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows? But they're already in a great position to win this one.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And how about Lou there running the offense? Just has a knack for finding his guys in the right spots.
Edwards loves it in there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Banked in off the glass.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And he can't hit the second.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Pass to Edwards. And Oden sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Wilkins. Over Thompson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pass to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally with the control of the offense.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
2 points. That one goes. Oden's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. From the three-point land, Duncan misses.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Michael Jordan.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Duncan just out-muscling the defense and finishing through the contact.
Shooting for the
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Duncan.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Fox. Martin wide open. He fires. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. The drive by Duncan. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
a tremendous score with the ball in his hands. Duncan, just too much for the D to handle.
And Brooklyn making a change here. .115 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Jordan. Great D that time from Duncan.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Checking in for your home team.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Looking to end his cold spell. Bank shot, no good.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And three from Jordan. Connects from three-point range. Jordan's got 9.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Jordan can't get that one to fall. Here's Lou. 3 seconds left. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Lou's got 6 in the quarter. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And it's time for an injury report.
And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
You just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Here's Lou. Here he goes.
And bringing that effort on both ends. Giannis, a tall, wily guy who forces you to take tough shots.
Well, that's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Long range from the inbound. And the rebound goes to Duncan. On the wing, Thompson. Wiggins outside. The 3 ball. The rebound by Jordan. Now, here's Logan. Scoreless thus far. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And so the timeout by Phil Jackson here. Jackson's decided to take a timeout here.
Timeout. Start it.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And here's Jordan outside. Wells grabs the miss. To the inside. Johnson inside. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Love. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. We haven't given up any points here in the second half. And here is James. Pass to Wells. Johnson attacking. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
Violation.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Ball goes to the away team.
The visitors with the ball. Wells with it. Johnson outside. Wells wide open. Giannis grabs the miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Jordan with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. The second chance effort. And the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Lawson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Jackson. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Offline with his 3. Pass to Wells. Back to Johnson. And here is James. Now Lawson. Inside. Here's Iguodala. Second chance shot. Johnson outside. Here's Iguodala. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And that's now 6 points for Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
The free throw drops for Jackson. So both teams making some changes here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Here's Oden. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson misses. Duncan goes in. Over Jackson. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got 23.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
Count it. Now Oden. And it's Oden finishing it off.
Assist from.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And stolen by Wiggins. It's Oden finishing it off.
I love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
And it's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, and both teams trading punches.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D is just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Oh, great block from Oden, and this is the type of defender he's capable of becoming.
And there's the call on Antetokounmpo. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Pass to Lou. Five on the clock. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
And to Antetokounmpo. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan throws it down.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
The ball goes to the away team.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Oden. Lays it up off the glass. Oden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Duncan with it. Out guarded by Fox. Pass to Lou. On the wing, Thompson. Clock at 6. Here's Duncan. Driving the lane.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. It's slammed in by Wilkins.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Timeout away team.
.31 left in the game. The kick out to Wilkins. Over Wiggins. They get it back. Love. Duncan with the block.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed. Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Thompson outside. On the wing, Thompson. The three. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Love. And Love throws it down.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they'd been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Back to Wiggins. Oden inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's a
Free throw good. Oden.
Second team foul.
He makes both free throws. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Jordan. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Beyond the arc. He goes up again. And Oden sends it back. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Tops it inside the line. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting.